Ooh. Oh, what is up, guys? Uh, Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everyone's having a good day. See who comes into the chat. Yep, one of the best exercises that you can do for your hamstrings and your glutes. Guys, gals, talking to all of you. Get on the stepper and focus how you push down on the step, right? Well, it's not just that I'm walking, it's how I'm choosing to walk. How I'm choosing to walk. I'm bending my foot with my heel and toe in a certain spot. And each step, I'm squeezing the hamstrings and squeezing the glutes. Yo, welcome to the chat. Just started off. Shout out where you're at below. Just a little morning cardio and business talk. There we go. There we go. Huh. Hey guys, I see a couple of you guys in the chat. Type down below. Look at the description of the video. Just knocking out some early morning cardio. I like to do my talks when I do the cardio. A couple of reasons. One, it allows me to control my breathing. Remember, cardio is not just about moving fast. You know, if you want to train your hamstrings and your glutes, make them really pop, it's very important to squeeze the glute, squeeze the hamstring. Each step is a calculated step. The core. Thanks for the thumbs up. So many people do this step wrong. I hope the signal's not too bad. I'm in my public gym out here using their Wi-Fi. Squeeze your arse. Hey, Nathan T, you do have to squeeze the booty if you want the booty to be succulent. Shout out, Reluctant Gamer. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the chat. Henry plays. Henry, does Henry play with himself or does Henry play something else? Just kidding, Henry. Welcome to the chat. Just a little joke, my guy. Guys, let me know what you're up to today. It's a rainy day in Georgia. We're knocking out some cardio on the stepper. Can I have a shout out? Well, Henry, of course you can get a shout out, brother. Henry, where are you coming in from? Where are you coming in from, Henry? We do the jokes, you do the cardio. Why don't you get your ass over here and do the cardio with me, baby? Nah, just kidding. England, shout out to Henry Plays all the way across the world. He decided to drop into the chat. He dropped into the chat. I don't know what Henry plays with, but he's from England. And let me tell you about the guys from England. They rock. Anybody who comes into my chats from England or India, it's usually pretty cool. Guys, the topics of today's chat is business, entrepreneurship, mindset. If you want to know about how to actually use the stepper, feel free to ask me. Shout out to England, beans and toast. Hey, Nathan T, beans and toast. And Henry. Henry. Let me know. Don't y'all have something called a jacketed potato? I saw a video one time where they take a potato, butter, beans, and cheese, and they load that sucker up. Whew. I love these chats because when I talk, it keeps my heart rate at the right pace. Guys, let me know if there's anything that you care to talk about in this chat. I'm telling you, nobody does the stair stepper right. Once I started learning how to do the stair stepper, my glutes and my hamstrings started to get juicy and succulent. It's a really underestimated exercise. But good day from Sydney. Good day, mate. Good day, Sydney, Australia. Land of Lee Priest. Sydney, Australia. I think it's Sydney, Australia. Why does Australia have so many animals and insects that are trying to kill you? Y'all got some gnarly wildlife in Australia. Shout out to Moonbean, Nathan T, Henry Plays, Reluctant Gamer. Shout out to anyone across the world who decided to take a little bit of time to come in here and talk with your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. I like dinosaurs. Shout out to you guys. Good day from Sydney. All right, guys. Now, a lot of viewers that come into my chat at this time of the day, typically younger, usually ages 9 to 17. But yeah, so if I go visit, stay away from what I hear Moonbeam Ice Cream telling me when I visit Australia. Stay away from the outback or the borders north. Got to watch out for those places. I've seen too many videos. Yeah. Although I do have to say, I'm a big fan of Steve Irwin and any type of wildlife. So I love the wildlife. So I probably want to go see all those big animals. Ooh, guys. Hey, Jacob Brock. Welcome back, brother. AKA Mr. No More Excuses. Right, Brock? Don't you come in here and give me none of them damn excuses now. I'm just playing with you, Brock. Welcome back to the chat. Everybody in chat, tell Mr. Brock no more excuses. He can get it done. Yo, Delaney. Guys, Delaney is a minor. She is one of my moderators. Please keep it somewhat appropriate. I did some gardening. Hi, Delaney. How's Florida today? It's raining in Georgia. How's the weather in Florida? So, oh, you did some gardening? Nice. Brock, you said today. Where are you from again, Brock? Do I drink coffee? Yeah, I drink coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Caffeine is my drug of choice. Oh, you're from Ohio? Oh, okay. Henry Play, shout out to my #1 fan in here. Well, I have pre-workouts because when I lift weights, sometimes I go heavy, but 90% of the time I lift lighter weight, 10 to 12 reps, but I go for the pump. If you look at some of my posts, you'll see me when I'm pumped up. I'm quite a succulent, large, boboichous man should I get a pump. I kind of like that look. No, C4 is too strong. Whoa, what is this? A psychedelic? UKG. You say caffeine is processed in the body like a psychedelic. Shout out to UK_G. I don't know if that's true. When I was younger, hey, UKG, listen here. I'm not disagreeing with you, brother, but what I'm saying is I have used psilocybin in the past, and that makes me feel a lot different than caffeine. Delaney, Delaney, Delaney. Have a good one. I am sober now, guys. Sober for a while. But back in the day, when I was a younger man conquering the recreational choices of separating reality from this, don't do salvia, is all I'm saying. A long time ago, I did salvia and I left this world, went to another dimension and came back. Don't do that. Boys and girls, if you don't know, I am now completely sober. Been sober for a while. I don't drink, I don't smoke crack, but I got a spicy monkey riding on my back. No, I'm addicted to the gym now. You never lose an addiction. You just put that into something else. Now I'm addicted to the gym, going YouTube live, talking to people around the world, like Brock in Delaney, a UKG, and my Sydney, Australia, Henry Plays. And we had, who else was it? Moonbeam Ice Cream. Well, I would have to say that, well, in my experience, I guess I don't know how it processes, but I guess I would argue that anything you take in the body is processed. So isn't everything processed the same way? Have a good day, everyone. Like and subscribe. Great content here. You heard it here first from your boy, Jacob Brock. He said, like and subscribe. You know why he said that? Because this is the realest live stream on YouTube. Ask me anything. Just keep it appropriate, guys. All I ask is that you keep it appropriate, be somewhat respectful, and I will engage with you. You engage with me, I engage back. Brock, shout out from Georgia. Thanks for popping in here, Mr. Ohio. I know you said you're on your way out, but I was curious. You said you gardened today. I'm curious what you did garden if you haven't left yet. Always curious to know what other people do in their lives. Nom, 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 nom. Whew. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing a lot. People tell me that all the time on my chat. But it's how I'm stepping. If anyone wants to know how to use the stair stepper more efficiently, I will tell you if you ask. I just need thee to ask. If you would only ask. If you would only ask. The information that I would bestow upon you is magnificent. All I need is that you consider asking. I know not what to speak unless you ask. I know not what to speak unless you ask, my friend. This too is the way. Be the way, the truth, and the light. By the way, guys, that is not my real voice, in case you were wondering. I like to do voices. Welcome to the chat, everyone. We are doing some morning cardio on the stepper. See this? That is called sweat equity. Do not forget, I am actually a dragon. Many years ago, I died. And when I reincarnated into this earth, I was reincarnated into an eternal dragon. Thus, my payment for death is to exist in eternity on earth. Shout out if you like my story in my head. All right, guys. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. Put the meth down. Put the meth down. Reluctant Gamer, I do not count steps. Crip Blue, I just have this much energy. No, I don't do drugs, brother. The only drug I do is caffeine. I don't drink. I don't smoke. And, guys, you got to remember, I'm older than you think. So, Reluctant Gamer asks, how many steps No, I don't like the treadmill. I like the stepper. Treadmill's okay, but I like the stair stepper. I'll show you here. I'm on one of these. So what I do is I put my foot, push, squeeze, squeeze. So it's not about speed. I'm literally putting my foot like a triangle and I push through my heel. And every time I push, I contract my glute. So I squeeze it. Every step, I'm squeezing. And that's what builds your hamstrings and your tie-ins in your back. Yes, it's inclined steps, but it's how you position your foot. It's how you do it. I learned this from Kai Green. Kai Green was a bodybuilder who's an amazing, articulate man. And because I hurt my back years ago after my surgery, I had to rebuild my hamstrings and my glutes. And so, reluctant gamer, think of your foot like this, and you turn it to where you're back right. Guys, shout out to Joshua. You want to be online, Joshua?
What?
You want the people to say hey? Shout out to Joshua. Yeah.
What's up, people?
That's Joshua, aka Mr. Getting It Done. He is getting ready for a competition. He is sliced and diced. You are there, Joshua. Joshua is the kind of guy, when he takes off his shirt, he looks like an erect, strong, hard, succulent horse. He's a horse cock of a man, which is what we all aim for. If you're not training to have thick, succulent, reluctant gamers said, hey, Joshua, they should follow you on your Instagram. He said, hey, Joshua, what's your Instagram? They should follow you, right? Joshua Luke. Yeah, Luke. Guys, if you want to see someone who's really good, makes me look like a bum, but that's okay. Joshua doesn't realize after my surgery, I'm coming for his ass, but not really. How dare you? Joshua Tiff says, how dare you talk? Nah, Joshua's cool, man. Josh, we are talking about a competitor, Joshua, who always needs motivation because he's always here. Guy needs to get a life, man. Every time I'm at the gym, I see you here, brother. Nah, I'm joking with him. Nah, he's actually competing soon. He's going to do a good job. Tim, where are you? Yo. So, the way you position your feet is very important. You want to put it like a heel and a triangle. And welcome back to the chat, Tim. What you want to do, remember that Joshua's are always right. Well, I'll tell you what, I do consult with Joshua over here sometimes when I'm curious about a movement, because he actually competes. So for me, I train more as a hobby. CJ, bro, would you do a PP leg? Would you do it? People were rude to you. Just curious. What would I do if people were rude to me? Well, when I was younger, truth, welcome back to the chat, I would let what people say affect me. But when I came older and wiser and more enlightened, what I realized was if someone's rude to you and you let what they say get to you, you have given them control over you. So what I do is I attempt to have a peaceful, clear mind and not let what people say permeate into my brain and affect my peaceful state of mind. Now, if I was with my family and someone was physical or aggressive to someone I loved, we would definitely have to throw down. But I care more. I don't care if someone's mean to me. I can handle it. But I have a lot of women in my life. So my sisters, my moms. So for me, if someone's disrespectful to them, that's another story. But guys, you can't please everybody. Well, yeah, Joshua Tift, that is true. But it's not just that you're immature. Maybe you're not strong enough to understand how to confront that yet. Neighbor, no, yeah, you could call it immature. I'm gonna shut this door. I don't want to let all the glory out of this room. Got to contain this glory. No, I kind of does that answer your question, Truth? Temp, welcome back. If you let what they say to you get to you. Yes. Now, Joshua, I agree with that. I don't know. Let's say, all right, Truth has got something to say. Lego Builds of Weston, welcome back to the chat. Truth. Oh, before you said hi, Truth put out something here. I don't know, bro. The only reason life is feeling harder and harder for me is people's behavior. I'm feeling like in front there is a crocodile. Yeah. So, Truth, the thing is, let me tell you a secret about life. It never gets easier. There's an old quote. There's an old quote I like to think of. Ask not for a lighter load, but for broader shoulders. Hello, Lego Builds of Weston. Shout out. So, Truth, what you have to do is you have to be selfish. You have to take care of your mind and your sake of peace. If we said something that got on your nerves, we'll say it more. Well, the thing is, Joshua Tift, if things get to people, some people will push you further. Okay. So the goal is to control your mind. It all starts in the mind, right? Okay. So, Truth, you used to be a wrestler. Well, think about it. If you were a wrestler, you know that you have discipline. Wrestling's hard. Wrestling's hard, brother. So you already have the discipline to do it. You just need to practice. Oh, okay. You just woke up. Oh, never worse. Well, that makes more sense because if you were a wrestler, I'd be wondering why you're letting this shit get to you. Don't let stuff get to you, man. Get yourself out of situations that make you uncomfortable if you can't handle it, and then work to put yourself in situations that suck so you build that preciosity, porosity, and overwhelming abundance of internal strength. Pay attention to your internal monologue. Do things that other people don't do. Do things that are hard. Do things that suck every day. Every day, do something. Every day, do something that you don't want to do. And before long, life gets easier. Like, it's not going to physically get easier, but your ability to handle that is going to become easier to do. Fire speech. Weston, thank you so much. Guys, if you're new to the chat, my name is Coach Chris. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a tournament poker player. You look at Christopher Whitehead Poker on Google, you'll see me on the first image of Google, right? I am here for one reason. Why I do my cardio? Instead of listening to music, I choose to engage with the young men and women of the world so we can spread a little bit of light in case you need that little kick in the ass or that inspirational speech, and know that someone in this world actually does care about you. And that's why people come to this channel. We talk about music theory. We play some piano. Did I join a new gym? No. This is the gym membership I've had since the beginning of the year. It is the best gym in Georgia. Fitness Inferno down near Gray and Macon, if you're in another country. I like it because it's 24/7 and it's not a commercial gym. It's a strongman, powerlifting, and bodybuilding gym, AKA a meathead gym, surrounded by thick, succulent. No, this is not my house. This is the cardio room. Although in other videos, you will see my house. I do have a gym at the house, but I don't have a stair stepper at the house. And I did some research, and the stair stepper has very good benefits for your glutes and hamstrings. What's up, man? I'm here for the excellent advice, as always. Jester Hero from Japan, or not, I don't know if you're from, if I'm not mistaken, in Japan. Absolutely. You said, I wish I could do all that stuff again. Why can't you do it, Joshua? Do you not have the time? Or are you broke? Like injured? Because you can do it. The problem is you got to sacrifice something to do something. Remember, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I don't do a lot of things a lot of other people do. Instead, I spend time on myself, build businesses, because I have brain damage. Oh, you have brain damage and can't walk anymore. Well, I will say this, you can always do something. You definitely have a tougher road than other people. Yokota Air Base, the Yokosuka neighbor. Hero, thank you for that. Well, Joshua, you can always do something. You can always do something. There's always a choice to do something. It is through the choices that we make that pave the path to our future. The future has a lot of potential outcomes. So every choice that you make is going to directly affect the future that's coming. Said I was hit by a car that was driving 45 miles while I was crossing the road. Absolutely terrible. That is a tragic story. But Joshua, sounds like you're coming on this chat and you're engaging. So that's good. Try to do something, man. So that's why I just read my Bible and study Hebrew nowadays. Well, hey, do that. Look, guys, it doesn't have to be going to the gym. If you're like Joshua Tilth over here and you just want to, you can always do something and you can always do nothing. You can think yourself to death or you can act yourself to life. No, Joshua, I would say this, Mr. Tift, my number 3 fan today. See, if you can write and read Hebrew, that's awesome. See, what you're doing is you're taking that time and you're utilizing it into a skill. And hopefully you can take that skill and share it with others. I guarantee you, Tift, if what you're saying is true and you're not lying to me, because I have a lot of people come in here and make up stories and they're trolls. I get it. But if your story is true, you should start a community and start documenting your journey. And through the consistency of documenting your journey, you will be amazed at the people that you can reach. There's billions and billions of people in the world. You start a community, you can go to skool.com, SKOOL, pay $100 a month and build funnels for people to pay a membership. Let's say you got a few thousand people that liked your story and each one of them paid you $20 a month. You can make $20,000 a month off residual income just by sharing your story in a community. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that. Think about that, man. Inspirational. Bro, I was unwell for a few days and visited a doctor. Bro, she was like dismissive of my pain totally. I felt so helpless. Like imagine you were already being in pain and people being that. I don't want to get paid for something that I was blessed with. Well, Joshua, you can have your own opinion, but if you have the mentality that you shouldn't get paid for putting the time in to inspiring others, then you will never have money. You will always be broke. Listen, you can say what you want, but let me tell you something about the real world. The real world. Yeah, you can say God blesses you. I get it. Do that. Do whatever you want. But if you can take a passion, something that you love to do, and you can monetize that for a profit and inspire others, you would be a fool not to do such. That is my point. If you disagree with me, that's okay. That is my opinion. Okay, dokie, artichoke. Yep. No, truth. Here's the thing. You have expectations that that person should take care of you. They are a nurse and they should take care of you. Stop having expectations for other people doing what you think they should do. Can I dance? It depends on how much money they're throwing at me. If they throw more money, I tend to dance better. Extremely motivated by making money because the more money you make, the more people you can help. I don't buy new cars. I don't buy a lot of things, but I bless a lot of people. The more I have, the more I can share. Ooh, you were in the hospital for 6 months. That's a long time. True, bro. Yes, it's true. Banshee, welcome back. I'm doing well. How are you, Banshee? So here's the thing, Truth. Everybody is going to feel helpless and everybody's going to have those feelings, but get that weakness out of your body. I'm telling you, look at Ben Askren. If you don't know who Ben Askren is, he just had a double lung transplant. Former collegiate wrestler, college champion, Olympic caliber freestyle wrestler. Literally sucked down to 145 pounds and had a double lung transplant to where he is literally sitting in a bed, wasting away, atrophying almost to death. They cut him open, took out his lungs, and replaced a new set of lungs. And look at the spirit in his eyes as he does not complain and he continues to push forward. If you're feeling sorry for yourself, you need to go look at Ben Askren, BENASKREN. Guys, I love every one of you, but let me be real with you. If you feel sorry for yourself, you got to get that damn victim bullshit mentality out of your head. Look, guys, life is not easy, but you have to stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. That's it. How can people be so motivated? You'll never understand. Here's how you understand. The trees that reach the highest points of heaven have the deepest roots in hell. That's how it is. You can be upset with yourself and you can reflect on mistakes that you've done, but you cannot, guys, if you focus on the past, you will be depressed. If you focus on the future, you will be anxious. So all we can do is focus on the present. We have the time right now, and that's what you focus on. God motivates you, awesome. A lot of people get inspired by God. Nothing wrong with that. But get that motivation out of your head. Don't be motivated. Motivation is the path to hell. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Okay. Motivation is, well, if you're angry with God, that's between you and God. But look, motivation is the path to hell. You need to be disciplined and consistent. If you're motivated today, but you're not motivated tomorrow, you won't get any shit done. Good morning, Cameron Porter. Cameron Porter, shout out to my original moderator. Cameron, I'm on a roll. So I want to finish this thought. Hope Cameron Porter had his coffee. He's a better moderator when he gets his coffee. He's my best moderator. Shout out to Cameron Porter. Now, guys, listen. Don't be motivated, Tiff. I'm telling you, don't be motivated. Be consistent and disciplined. Motivation comes and goes. Motivation is, wow, I'm ready to go. You're motivated today. You're motivated, but discipline and consistency, that outweighs fucking motivation every time. I'm telling you, do what you want. But if you're not where you want to be in life and you're motivated, but you don't have a schedule, you're not consistent, you're not disciplined. Oh, ZZ Top is here. Shout out to ZZ Top. ZZ Top. ZZ Top. I used to work with him. Mr. Z, as a ZZ, as a successful entrepreneur, what is your actual take? I'm motivated today to man. Cameron, shut up, Cameron. Yeah, go eat breakfast, Weston. But no, ZZ Top is here, and guys, before you go, I worked with him. He was actually a mentor of mine for a bit. What do you think about motivation, ZZ Top, versus consistency and discipline? Right? Have a good day, Weston. Legos. Because I know he's going to give some good advice. Mr. ZZ Top. ZZ Top, when you were a top sales rep and you had your kids and you were working and doing hybrid and all this, did you always feel motivated to show up to work every day, ZZ? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Was it motivation or was it the damn schedule, the consistency, the hitting your calls? Was it the discipline? Discipline is stronger than motivation. Look, ZZ has got it. This is why I love it when he comes in. Discipline is stronger than motivation because it doesn't rely on emotion. Facts. The good word of today, the good news of today is what ZZ Top is saying. So true. So true, ZZ Top. As a matter of fact, ZZ Top's making me so excited. He may just make me want to add him as a moderator when he comes in. Yeah, ZZ Tops, I made you a moderator. Just so you know, Cameron Porter's my OG moderator. So should you ever come in from time to time, ZZ, AKA Mr. Z, look at his picture. His profile picture literally says, get results. Joshua said, having my own business, I was motivated and self-listening to get up. Yeah. It was your discipline and your consistency that made you successful, not your motivation. That is my point. What I'm getting at is we may be describing the same word, but I do not like the word motivation, if you can't tell. I do not like it. Yeah, that's great. But you had your contracting business and you were building house. Yes, you're very welcome, ZZ. Well, I know you personally, Mr. Z. We ain't seen each other in a few years. And now we're two star-crossed sales business people connected in the eternal world of glory and closers, because you are a closer. And supposedly I am a closer. I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, you deserve that, ZZ. Just as someone comes in, be a good moderator. I'm sure if you don't know what a moderator is, I'm sure you do. I started out painting apartments and then found the rest of the work. Referral business, baby. Guys, we're coming up on 40 minutes. Now we're going to go train some core in a second. So, yeah, ZZ. And, I know you still have my phone number. I'm not going to say it on this, but I have an idea for a side business. Maybe one of these days we can do a FaceTime, Mr. Z. We'll do it off chat because this is an idea I don't want to keep on the chat. This is one of those ideas that I need a closer and a business-minded man that might like the idea. I see a niche in the market that can be filled where I think the profit is between $5,000 to $40,000 a month off residual. So one of these days, let's text each other and set up like a FaceTime and talk, brother. When thou has time. Yeah. And you're doing something with your hands. 10-4. Yes, Mr. Z. It's automated. And I think it's something that's right up our alleys. I think if you and I put our heads together, I think we could have an overhead cost and a return on our investment that could be 20, 30, 40 times what we put in. And that's enough said about that. Let's get back to the chat. Pumpkin spice, Cameron Porter. Pumpkin doesn't belong in coffee. That's like pineapple on pizza. I disagree. I like pineapple on my pizza, and I like anything in coffee that's not sugar and cream. Pumpkin qualifies. So, but if we were all the same, the world would be a very disgustingly boring place. That's why there's restaurants on menus. There's restaurants on menus because not everybody likes steak. Some people like steak. Some people like salad. Some people like lasagna. Some people like pad thai. Well, brother, pineapple on pizza is amazing. Maybe your palate is just not sophisticated enough to handle the sweet, savory saltiness of a pineapple pizza. Have you ever considered such an articulate statement? But nah, pumpkin spice coffee. Side note, I like pumpkin ravioli. Butternut squash ravioli is yummy. Y'all black coffee kind of guys. I like seasonal. He said, zest in my chest. I am Italian. Oh, you're Italian? Pineapple's good, pineapple pizza. Squeeze the butt cheeks every step. It burns, Josh. I'm screaming at Josh over there. He's wearing a Lee Haney shirt. How dare he wear an 8-time Mr. Olympia shirt? Josh is focused in over there. See him? That's a champion right there. Guys, Joshua Luke on Instagram. You want to see someone who has a good physique, competes, loves God, former Army veteran. Shout out to Joshua over here. Not to Joshua Tift in the chat. Nothing against you, brother. But Joshua over here has a great Instagram. Go check him out. Bye for real this time. Weston, it's okay. A lot of people get separation anxiety from me. They're like, Chris, we love your chat. Well, I got to go. But Chris, we need to give me some more glorious knowledge. And I'm like, okay, I'll do my best, man. But no. Joshua's are great, and we are always right. Tipped. You're a funny dude. All right, top fan shout out. Shout out to Henry Plays, Reluctant Gamer, Joshua, UKG, Andrews Rita, Nathan, Jacob Brock, Truth, Cameron, Moonbeam, Jester Hero, Banshee, Delaney, Official Temp, and Trip Blue. Shout out to everyone who came into the chat. My brother Paul lives in Georgia. There you go. Where'd you say you were at, Tift? Joshua Tift? Said your brother lives in Georgia. Where are you at? I think you said it earlier, but I forgot. Have a good one, Lego. Stay good. Oh, you're in Florida? Okay. Yeah. Are you down deep, like towards the south, towards like Key West? Or are you closer to the middle, or where? Because I'm in the middle of Georgia, like around Macon, literally dead center. Great for business because you can go north, south, east, or west. A lot of good business opportunity. Whew. Guys, Chris asked the chat who feels like the underdog, feel counted out, not good enough, not believes in you. Guys, oh, Tipton, Yeah, I am very familiar with Tifton, Georgia. It's not too far away. Guys, ZZ Top, one of my inspirational, cold-blooded killers when it comes to closing and sales. Just a good dude, family man, always doing better than we deserve. Inside joke. This is a great question. How many of you have ever felt like the underdog? You ever feel counted out, not good enough, that no one believes in you? Ah, dang, that's named after your Uncle Tift. It's called Tifton. Well, that's crazy. That's an amazing story. Must be cool to have an uncle that was that amazing. But yeah, anybody in the chat, have you ever felt like that underdog? Let's leave it at this. I'm near Macon. I'm near Macon in an undisclosed location because I can't have the feds find me. Just kidding, but we're near Macon. But guys, anybody in the chat, this is where I want you to chat with me, guys. Have you ever felt like that underdog? You ever felt like Cameron Porter says yes, but that has become my strength? What you mean from that, Cameron? He said that has become my strength. What you mean? What is that? And how did it become your strength? Fried green tomatoes and Dukes of Hazzard. Shift. I appreciate your engagement, but let's shift gears, brother. Exactly, Cameron. So let's stay focused on this topic, Tift, just because I'm only going to be on here for a few more minutes. But I want to know, does anyone in here ever felt like that underdog? And then Cameron Porter actually responded back and he said, that has become my strength. How exactly did you do that, Cameron? Because Cameron Porter is one of my other moderators. He has been hand selected because of his attitude and his ability to show that internal strength. I'm never an underdog. Yeah? Well, Tiff, I'll say this. Humility is the soil from which virtue grows. We're not asking if you are an underdog or asking if you've ever felt that way. So are you saying you've gone through your entire life never feeling discouraged or never feeling like an underdog? Being a black sheep created distance from folks from me. So I naturally had significant solo time to work on who I wanted to become, skills and experience base. Cameron, that is some insightful knowledge right there. See, what he's saying is he felt, or he was a black sheep, so he distanced himself. But when he distanced himself, hey, Porter, did you ever have any self-destructive activities that you engaged in before you started working on yourself? Because I'm curious, did you just go straight from black sheep to work on myself? There's got to be a bridge there. I'm assuming, I'm being presumptuous, but there was any self-destructive tendencies that you went through. On a serious note, I know Cameron's typing, but estranged from family and strangers honed my standards and taught me who I need to be in life, not who I should waste time in and on. See, that made me have a chip on my shoulder and use that as the drive to prove, God, ZZ Top spitting fire right now. Spitting fire, so true. That was motivation that turned into discipline. See, I love what ZZ Top said there, and thanks for sharing, Porter, because he had a chip on his shoulder. No one has ever been successful in this world being comfortable. Conor McGregor was a plumber who was on welfare living at home with his parents before he became a UFC champion. Had the same girlfriend that later became his wife, stayed with him the whole time. But ZZ Top talks about that chip on his shoulder. Thanks for the thumbs up. He had to prove everyone wrong. And this is where, when you have that desire to prove people wrong, that is a good energy. That is a good energy. And he said the motivation turned into discipline. I imagine Mr. ZZ Tops started motivating, and that motivation led him to discover that the consistency and discipline was the longevity. Motivation will get some short-term gain, but the long-term gain when that motivation goes out is the consistency and discipline. So Chris said, before we can be what God wants us to be, we have to allow him to show us how to unbecome what he does, not want us to be. It's by faith that we walk with the Lord. Chris, thanks for sharing. I think that's a great message. I don't pretend to be God, so I don't understand that. I don't pretend to understand how God would think, but I will say this. We have to, in order to be who we want to become, we have to forget who we are. And in order to forget who we are, we have to separate ourselves from things that remind us of who we are. And through the consistency and the discipline and the destruction of self-imposed beliefs, this is the path in which we pave into our own self-defining destiny, which will be articulated through our consistency in our actions, the sacrifices from the things that we do into the world that lead us into self-discovery for the best versions of ourselves. That's the best way I can articulate it for my own journey. Cameron Porter. ZZ, excellent points. I relate as well. I had to become better than most others because they refuse to grow. Yes, that's true. Some people refuse to grow. So I grew to a redwood by myself, fueled by determination to dwarf them in my shade. Yeah. So I think there's different ways to have a healthy attitude. I think becoming the redwood, so when the storm and sun shines hard where they can't bear it, you're big enough and strong enough to provide the shade that they needed. Thus, it is through that action that will persuade them. Because you can say, I'm going to outdo people and come out of spite, and you'll get far doing that, but that won't make the world around you better. There has to be a certain level of love that's infused into the process so you can attract others to become the same as you. Thus, y'all unify and spread light amongst the world versus vindictivity. And that's my own interpretation. But yeah, I like what Cameron Porter said. No, we have to forgive. Nobody's going to break my stride. Ain't nobody going to hold me down. No, we have to forgive who we are and promise to be better. Now, Cameron's not going to be a motivational speaker. He's going to be someone that teaches discipline. Again, Cameron can be whatever he wants, but not motivational. Look, motivational speakers waste the money. If someone's trying to teach you how to be motivated, you're wasting your money, guys. Consistency and discipline. Take that word motivation out of your vocabulary. But no, that's why Cameron's one of my moderators. He always gives good advice. I didn't select him for no reason. Cameron Porter is going to let his actions speak for him. But Cameron, just remember, if you want the world to become better, and you already know this, try not to have too much vindictive nature. Oh, George Carlin, genius of a man. All right, guys. Time to wipe my sweaty butt. But guys, it would be cool. Like I was telling Zizi earlier, I have an idea. I just have probably I've known Mr. Z off and on now for almost, how long have we known each other, Z? Like 7, 8 years? We took a break from each while, but we worked at the same company and all that. It's one of those things where if I was going to do a business project, I got to make sure I actually have worked with someone to understand their effort. Now, guys, yeah, 7 years. That's what I'm saying. So, on that note, it is now time to get to the rest of the day. We got lots to do today. Guys, thanks for your time. You guys stay good. As always, believe in you. Don't be someone else. Be the best version of you, because there's only one of you. You are enough. Yeah, it is. No, Cameron Porter, it is. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying something I've noticed is the ability to balance humility and selfishness is a struggle. I struggle with that too, because I have this mentality. I want to go, prove them wrong, go. But the humbleness also plays a role. And it takes a lot of strength to be humble and love when someone doesn't deserve it. It takes more strength to do that than come out of spite, but they both get results. But the question is not that you get to a better future. Are you getting to the best future? It's not that you're getting to the better version of yourself. You want to get to the best version of yourself. So you can get a better version of yourself from doing a lot. Drink pumpkin with Spice Girls. Listen, I'd be a man if I said always take a coffee with sugar and spice. Stay good, guys. God bless.